I'd like to say that was part of a grand plan, but it wasn't.
That's Grandma and Granddad.
It's their spirit.
Yeah.
They know it's bullshit, they knew
They've
bullshit.
got stories they want to tell.
Okay, Martha's standing up.
No.
Well, no, I just want to say, they saw this side of Henry. He and I are 10 years apart. So you can imagine, I was 8, he was 18. He went off to college. I thought he was so grown up, I never had all these stories to tell. Unlike my sister, Janie, who, hit the jacks ball when I was playing jacks and turned the light off. And I was so glad she went off to college. But, Henry never did anything. So, sort of like, how you love somebody and you know them, but you really don't. You don't even know you don't. So, years later, we're older. I'm probably 30. And I am moving to Houston. Well, I'm looking for a job. And Henry says, you should come to Houston. And so I do. And I went back to work for the same public accounting firm that I'd worked for in Tulsa, called Arthur Young, which no longer exists. And they told Henry was involved with them because Conoco worked with them on the expatriate program. And they said, they got all of my paperwork from Tulsa. And they said, Henry, if we had covered up the names, we thought we were reading about you. And it was seriously the first time in my life that I ever knew that he and I were alike. I mean, he lived far away, lived in New York, he lived overseas. I never really knew that. So, from then on, I had a new appreciation for how wonderful he was, because, But, anyway.
You obviously don't know him.
I will tell you, when people ask me, I do. I see a different side. My sisters, Janie and Becky particularly, they knew his girlfriends, they knew all this stuff. It was a different side of him that I never really knew.
We saw the senior side.
I know, but people ask me, and I'll say, I have the best big brother. Everybody should have a big brother. I have 2. But Henry being the oldest, I said, it's like they wrote a book on how to be a big brother. Henry read it, and that's exactly right down the line. If you need to be told not to do something, you don't do it. If you, need somebody's shoulder to cry on, he's there.
No, don't cry.
You read the wrong book.
You sit her down before she cries.
Okay, there. Cheers.
Well, baby brother, she leads back to it.
Yes, as my name tag says, I'm his much younger brother. But I'm kind of like Martha. It's like, there's 14 years difference between Henry and I.
You're closer to my age than his age.
I was going to say, you and I are, there's 7 years difference between his oldest and me, and there's 14 between him and me. So
That stories are coming your birthday.
I don't know why.
I've got a lot of stories.
We have a lot of pictures, remember?
But I can remember the first big fish I caught when we were living out in Pecola, out of the pond. Henry had taken me fishing one day. So that he's always been there when I needed advice or needed a kick in the butt. Say, God, that's stupid, don't do that. You can always count on Henry
He
to
doesn't mince words.
Yeah, no.
beat around the bush or anything. If it's stupid, it's stupid. If he thinks it's a good idea, he'll tell you it's a good idea. But you always got his opinion. You never had to worry about that he was going to tell you what you wanted to hear if he didn't think it was right. So.
And you didn't have to twist his arm to get his opinion.
I was going to say, I think that applies to every single Trimble in this room.
I think that's a Trimble
Yeah.
trait.
You may not like where we stand, but you know where we stand.
But no, I agree with everybody here that he's probably one of the best big brothers that you could have.
Thank you, brother.
You're welcome. The reason I can say that is because my other older brother and I were playing in the dirt one time, and he split my finger with the bayonet we were using to do. So that kind of puts an X. So Henry wins hands down.
But it was a German bayonet, and we were playing war at the time. I'm sorry.
You were
It was
serious.
justified, it was justified.
John, what do you got to say back there?
What?
What do you got to say about him?
I already said about my piece about him. You know, I was being kind.
You were.
We told him that some of the bad stories, so.
Henry reminded me of someone chasing us through the, Henry and I through the kitchen one time, trying to hit us with the,
Frying pan?
no,
Oh, I had a frying pan. I didn't have a
you
knife.
did that to us too one time. I'm talking about your dad chasing he and I. And he wasn't running, he was hopping. He had something else in his hand that he normally walked on trying to hit us.
Probably on the car, too.
Well, what
He
had
was mad at both of us.
what had you all done?
I don't remember,
I don't
but he
either.
was mad at us.
Sometimes I wasn't sure you had to do anything at that time to get Daddy mad. But I know that the things I remember when we lived out in Pensacola was, like they said, we had one bathroom and 9 people in the house. And my sisters used to.
Are my children listening to that, by the way?
know.
Love that.
This is the dark ages, the
Yeah.
dark ages.
Well,
Love
you're
to aggravate me.
appreciative.
And then they would take off and they'd run in the bathroom and it had a flip lock on it. And one day they got there just a little bit ahead of me, but I had so much momentum that I went right through the door. And broke the lock. Mother and Daddy were less than happy.
When you gotta get that hair fixed, Henry.
Yeah. That's right. That's
It's
right.
that little piece
lot
of
of
the
times
bag
back
that
then,
he
there
wears
wasn't no-
around.
Gotta get that cowlick down.
The 9 of them, there was 3 more.
Well, that's
Also
true.
remember the time that,
Myself and my 2 sisters
Yeah.
were out there
We
too.
usually had a house full.
I also remember the time that when we moved back out to the farm, and I'm standing there, and we're filling the bathtub with water from the garden hose, and you picked me up and threw me in the water, and I damn near had a heart attack from the cold. And you didn't realize, but you came back and apologized after you went in there yourself and realized how damn cold that water was when it came right out of the fountain, the spring.
Yeah.
You know, Mom and Dad they'd run the bath water, and then, you know, there was always more than one person in the tub. And my son Jamie loved these Shel Silverstein poems. And so I bought him a book one time, and there was this poem in there. It said there are too many kids in this tub. Yeah, there are too many kids in this tub. I just washed it behind it. I'm sure wasn't mine. There's too many kids in this tub. Oh Lord, I lived through that.
That's it right, isn't it?
Well, I remember Mother, Beppy, and this young boy Richard. Mother and his mother were best friends, and Beppy and he were born at the hospital in Bentonville about 5 minutes apart.